Good morning, good evening, afternoon, whatever time of day you might be watching this video. Today is September 30th, the last day of September, and I wanted to come on because I didn't get to do it earlier in the month. September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and I wanted to come on and just share some different things, share a little of my testimony. But I didn't get a chance to do it earlier this month because life was definitely lifing. Things were definitely happening. But I felt led that I needed to make sure I got this video done before the end of the month. So here we are at the last day. Life happens. We go through things, we experience loss, whether it's loss of a job, loss of a significant other, loss of a spouse, a relationship, death. We go through a lot of different things, and that can weigh on us. It can weigh on our minds. Even sickness, you're going through pain, whether you get a diagnosis that you don't like, or you're going through something in your body and they still haven't figured out the diagnosis, but you're in pain and it's messing with your mind, and you're feeling like nobody understands because maybe the pain to other people is invisible. You're dealing with something, in your stomach, in your back, in your knee, in your leg, or just internally, emotionally, but also mentally. And because a lot of times a person can't see it, like, oh, you don't have a cast, you don't have a splint, you're not on a walker or on a crutch or whatever, people think like, oh, well, there's nothing really wrong with you. But we can be in so much pain emotionally and mentally that it can be debilitating to us. I say us because I was there. I say us because, like I said, I was there. And even though I'm no longer there, I've overcome that. I've surpassed that daily. Not weekly, not monthly, not yearly, but daily. I still have to maintain my mind because life does life. Things do happen. And even right now, I'm dealing with some stuff and I'm having to maintain my mindset at a higher place to not go there. Let's just be honest. I encourage people, I help people, I counsel people, I coach people. But there are times that we still go through stuff. You always hear the term check on your strong friends. And that's true, because if you look or you see someone that has taken their life or attempted to take their life, a lot of people are like, I never would have thought. Like, they always seem like they had it all together. They were happy, they were this, they were that. It was a mask. It was something that they were putting on because they were groomed to be strong. They were deemed as strong. They had been strong. But I've said it before on, one of the videos. Even Superman has kryptonite. Superman, he can leap over stuff. He can see through stuff. He can bust through stuff. He can take anything and everybody down. But kryptonite was the one thing that took him down. We all have something, whether it's one thing, whether it's many things, but we have to realize what that is. And even in those moments of weakness, guess what? He had to have help. He had to have somebody that was able to drag him out of the hole, drag him away from the kryptonite, remove it, because he couldn't do it himself in a weakened state. So we all need somebody. If someone says something to you that they're going through, don't dismiss it. If somebody keeps coming to your mind or on your heart, if you're praying and you haven't seen them stop, call, text, go by and visit. You never know what that means to somebody, because a lot of times when we're going through, we don't want anybody to know. Sometimes not even those closest to us. We don't want them to know. So if somebody's been missing, check on them, because you never know. Next year we'll be doing Behind the Mask. I'm bringing it back, and we're going to be talking about those unhealed wounds, the different things that we deal with, that we've put band-aids on and that we've covered up. And those are the different things that lead to helplessness and hopelessness and lead to suicide. People don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I want to commit suicide. No, they've gone through different things over time, over years, repetitive, and it gets to be too much. No, it's not a way, that's the way out. But sometimes when you're in a hopeless and helpless state and you're in pain in your mind, it's like a physical pain, as if somebody stabbed you in the gut or whatever. That's how it can feel in your mind, and you feel trapped and you feel like you're drowning and you can't come up for air and no one understands. That's how it feels. And unless someone is there to say, I'm willing to listen to you, I'm willing to walk you through it, and give them a hand to undergird them. A lot of people are just dying. They may show up and they'll smile and they'll love on you and this and the other, and you never know that in the back of their mind they're like, as soon as I leave here, that's it. I can't do it another day. So don't dismiss somebody if you haven't seen them. Don't dismiss them if they're angry and having a bad day, because that could have just been the straw that breaks the camel's. Some people can be angry and just mean and nasty, and they're done because they feel like there's no hope. I'm tired of all this. I can't do this anymore. The world has been mean and nasty and it hates me and I hate the world. And so they go on a vengeance. So I'm going to go on a vengeance before they unalive themselves. But if somebody comes to your mind, contact them. Because the whole premise with Behind the Mask is letting people know you're not alone. And I had someone call me yesterday, because I said I had been dealing with some stuff. Don't really say a whole lot to a lot of people, especially in depth. But they was like, you kept coming to my mind and I needed to stop and call you. And they shared some stuff with me that I needed to hear. And I'm grateful. I am grateful for her sharing her story, her testimony, and encouraging me. And when she said, you're not alone in this, somebody understands, I had to laugh. I was like, okay, God, you're sending me a reminder that's what I tell other people, that you're not alone. Like somebody understands, I'm here, I'm listening, I'll walk this out with you. It was in my weakened state, my moment, that he sent somebody to remind me, you're not alone. You're not going through this by yourself. And I'm not saying blast your business on social media or to everybody. Yes, you have to be wise. You have to be wise. You have to be discerning. Because everybody cannot handle your truth. Everybody cannot handle your trauma. Everybody can't handle what you're dealing with. And it's okay. But let's be mindful to ask, like, hey, I'm dealing with some stuff. Like, check the temperature in the room. Check and make sure they're okay first, Because a lot of times we don't do that. We're going through stuff and we want to call a friend or call a family member or call whoever and just start dumping. And you don't know if that person has the capacity that day or that time to deal with what it is you were trying to dump on them. Yes, you want relief. Yes, you need to get it out because it's weighing heavy on you. But you have to know who to talk to and when. You have to know who and when in order to get it done. So be mindful because that can also set that other person off. But if you need help, you really need help, seek a counselor, seek a life coach, seek a mentor, someone that can help you, that can walk you through, because it doesn't have to be over because it feels like it's over. One of the things that I'm decided to do was to go back through my book, because when I wrote Unlocked, being free from your dysfunctional prison, it was about the traumas and stuff that I went through leading up to suicide, leading up to where I basically pretty much kind of died and came back, if you will. But it was so many things. It wasn't just one thing. It was so many things that built up, that compiled, where it was like a pressure cooker. If you don't let enough steam off and you just try to open it, it's going to explode. And a lot of time with our emotions, we implode, meaning we have an explosion on the inside. And when you have an explosion on the inside, you just go into the ground. You melt. You have a meltdown. You either implode or you explode. If you explode, you taking it out on everybody and anybody that's around you. If you implode, you're self-harming. You're taking it out on yourself. And a lot of times, because nobody wants to share, because they've been mocked, they've been ridiculed, they've been mislabeled, misidentified, they don't want to say anything. It's not a disease. It's not catchy like, oh, they having suicidal thought, I can't be around them. Mental health is real. It's not made up. It's not, oh, you just trying to milk sympathy. No, there are people that truly have mental health issues. It doesn't mean they're crazy. It doesn't mean they're psychotic. It can lead to a psychotic break. It can lead to psychotic tendencies if it's not taken care of, if it's not treated properly, if they're not helped and different things like that. It can lead to that, but it doesn't mean that they have to be like that always. So take the time to assess yourself and see where you are. It's one thing to be sad, but when that sadness goes from a day or two to weeks to months to years, where you want to stay in a dark place, you don't want to get out of bed, you might be overeating, you may be drinking, you may be having sex, you may be spending money, whatever it is that you're trying to compensate for the hurt, the pain, the void that's inside, you're putting a band-aid over an open wound. It's time to stop putting band-aids over open wounds and actually heal, actually identify the root cause of what is going on and heal for real, so that you can get out the hole, you can stay out of the hole, that even when other things in life comes at you, you can deal with them head on, deal with the situation, not sweeping under the rug, allow it to pile up to cause an implosion later. So I just wanted to share that. And like I say, I'm going back through my book to read it from the viewer's perspective, to even with the reflection questions, to really sit with the mirror reflections and the journaling, even with what I have going on right now, to do my own self help and get the help from my village, because I have mentors, I have a counselor, I have a therapist, I have all that. Why? Because I want to maintain me and manage me and be a better me so that I can help others. Because whether you believe it or not, because I've talked to many before, therapists have therapists. Counselors have counselors. Coaches have coaches. Why? They hear people's problems and issues all day, and they're helping them. And sometimes it can weigh on you. So guess what? They need someone to go talk to. No, not tell your business or this, that, and the other, but because we can feel the weight of it. And so we need to go talk to somebody so that the things that we're dealing with and whatever we may hurt doesn't weigh on us, that we can no longer help you. Check on somebody today that you haven't seen, that you haven't heard from, that has been weighing on your heart or on your mind heavily. It could be the one thing that changes their life, to make sure that they're here not only today, but also tomorrow. You have a great day. And remember, my motto: don't allow the traumas of your past to imprison your future. It's time to get unlocked. Welcome to your journey. You have a great day. And until next time, bye-bye.